If you've just bought the Ring Battery Video Doorbell, this is the complete setup from start to finish. I'll show you how to mount it, connect it properly, and the 5 settings most people miss that affect battery life and motion detection. Let's start with the install. Inside the box, you will get the mounting bracket, screws, the doorbell, and a USB-C charging cable. You'll also need your Wi-Fi password ready and the Ring app installed on your phone. Before installing, fully charge the doorbell using the USB-C cable provided. The light will pulse blue while charging. Once the Ring is solid blue, it's ready. I'm demonstrating this on a desk so you can see everything clearly, but the process is exactly the same on a wall. Start by positioning the mounting bracket where you want the doorbell. If you're installing into brick or masonry, use the wall plugs provided. For wood, you can screw directly in. If you don't want to drill, Ring also offers a no drill mount. I've linked that below. Before tightening fully, make sure it's level. This prevents the doorbell from sitting at an angle. If your door is close to a wall, you may want to use the angled wedge mount so the camera faces outward properly. Once the bracket is secure, slide the doorbell down onto the mount until it clicks. And the doorbell is now installed. Now that it's physically mounted, let's connect it to the Ring app. Before we finish the setup later, I'll also show you the 5 settings I recommend changing. Now that it's physically mounted, let's connect it in the Ring app. If you don't already have a Ring app installed, open the App Store or Google Play and search for Ring. Download the official Ring app, then sign in or create an account. Make sure Bluetooth is enabled on your phone. Once you're signed in, scroll up and tap Set up a device. Select Doorbells. You'll then be prompted to scan the QR code. Hold your phone steady over the code and it usually connects in a few seconds. Next, enter or select your address and press continue. Give the doorbell a name. I'll choose front door. It will then prompt you to charge it, but we've already done this. Next, select your home Wi-Fi network and enter your password. Now turn the device over and press the orange button on the back. You'll see the white light starts to spin. Now press I'm near the device. And the light is spinning white, so press the button. It will now connect to your Ring doorbell. If the connection fails, move closer to your router during setup. This solves most issues.
Now connected to the Ring app.
You should now select your Wi-Fi network, mine's Eero, enter your Wi-Fi password and press continue.
Connecting to Wi-Fi. Just a moment.
If a firmware update appears, let it complete fully before continuing. While that's updating, in the next section I'll show you the settings I recommend changing straight away. Now at this point, most people stop, but this next section is what really makes a difference. I've now put my camera on my front door. If you press the 3 dots on the top right and press front door settings, the first setting to change is motion sensitivity. So go to motion settings and select motion sensitivity. By default, this is often set higher than it needs to be. If you're getting too many alerts, reduce this slightly. Higher sensitivity also drains battery faster, so finding the right balance is important. Press save. Next, motion zones. Avoid including the road or public footpath if possible. Tighter zones mean fewer false alerts and better battery life. For me, I like the zone covering my front garden and driveway. Once you complete setting up, press done and save. The next setting to change is recording length. Recording length determines how long each clip is saved. So go to video settings and recording length. Shorter clips preserve battery. Longer clips capture more detail but use more power. I like to keep mine on the default 20 seconds, or you can choose automatic if you like. You now want to change your notification settings. I keep ring alerts, motion detection and motion alerts on, but if you go to power settings and motion frequency, You can change how often it checks for motion. If you leave everything on, you'll quickly get notification fatigue. I recommend keeping motion alerts on, but adjusting frequency based on your location. Again, periodically will save your battery. Finally, I like to change my snapshot capture settings. These features improve detection and provide more updates between events. However, they can reduce battery life, so only enable them if needed. Or change your frequency. Now let's see how this works in real life. When someone presses the doorbell, you'll receive an instant notification on your phone. Opening it shows a live view of a camera. You can speak to the visitor using two-way talk. If you have a Ring Protect subscription, the footage will be recorded automatically. Without a subscription, you'll still have live view, but recordings won't be saved. You can also integrate this with the rest of your smart home. If you'd like to hear the doorbell inside your home, you can connect a Ring Chime. Just plug it in and add it in the Ring app under Set up a device. You can also link it to Alexa. Open the Alexa app. Enable the Ring skill. And link it to your account. Once connected, your Echo devices can announce when someone presses the doorbell. This is especially useful if your phone isn't nearby. I'll cover advanced Alexa setup and custom announcements in a separate video. Here are a few mistakes to avoid. Mounting the bracket slightly off level. Placing the doorbell too far from your Wi-Fi router. Leaving motion sensitivity set too high, and forgetting that recordings require a Ring Protect subscription. If you're deciding between battery and hardwired, battery models are easier to install, but you'll need to recharge periodically. Hardwired models provide more stable power and require less maintenance. I've linked both options below if you're comparing. Some of the links in the description are affiliate links, which means I may receive a small commission if you decide to purchase, at no extra cost to you. It helps support the channel, and I only link products I generally recommend. That's a complete setup for the Ring doorbell. Next, I'll show you how to optimize motion zones properly. That video is linked here.